Before you start the hydraulic pump turning and start operation, you want to check the level of hydraulic oil in the hydraulic tank to make sure it's got the right amount of hydraulic oil in it. You want to also check to see the color of that oil. If it starts getting dark, you might let your service people know that it might need hydraulic service, but you need to communicate that. Main thing is to make sure it's got oil up in there. If you need to add oil to it, make sure when you pull this cap off that this area is clean and you don't get any dirt in there while you're pouring hydraulic oil. Another thing I look for before I fire up the machine is I'll look at all the nozzles and make sure the nozzles are in line. It's real critical. You can go from a hero to a zero real quick. If you have nozzles that are spraying all different angles, it'll leave a mat behind you that looks unacceptable, and the crew will all blame the operator. So it's real important to make sure that these nozzles are lined up correctly and that you've aligned them with the nozzle tool as described in our nozzle adjustment section in the manual. Also, I like to squirt Tri-Flow into each one of these holes to lube these cylinders. There's 3 cylinders in this block that operate each one of these nozzles. And daily we need to oil these. I use Tri-Flow or WD-40 in these cylinders to pre-lube them. There's a lube hole in the front and there's a lube hole in the back. Some of the back you can't get to. As long as you get it in one side or the other, that's sufficient. You need to do that daily. Another thing I like to do before we get started is make sure these valves are closed properly. You got your caps on, that you've got diesel in the tank that's going to be supplying your burners. This tank on this particular truck has this manifold built into it, and that's for operation of the burners. These are the feed lines to the burners. These are the return lines from the burners. So you want to make sure you got adequate diesel in here. Also, you want to check your what we call an EPA tank. You want to make sure you have biodegradable solvent in this section of it. This section's from here to here. This is what we use for our washdown hose. And you want to have this tank here, from here to that end, is our solvent tank for flushing the spray bar. You want to make sure you have up to at least a couple of inches from the top of this tank of solvent. You want to check to make sure your washdown hose is intact and the valve's closed. You want to make sure your tank valve is closed. When the cylinder is extended, the tank valve's closed. Then at this point, I would fire the truck up and build air. Once the air is built up, you want to check for leaks on all your air cylinders. All these aluminum bright cylinders are going to be air cylinders. There's quite a few of them on here, one on each valve that opens. You want to listen for leaks. If you get pretty good leaks inside here by the shaft and the cylinder, that seal, if that's leaking, you need to get those leaks fixed so that you don't end up getting contaminants into your air system. You'll see another air cylinder here that's working this equalizer valve that's on the spray bar. There's another cylinder here that's open and closing this H valve, which allows solvent to get into the suction strainer box. This cylinder here is for the 4-inch main equalizer for the spray bars. You want to check and make sure it's not leaking here or any of these fittings. You also, when you're operating, there's a packing nut behind this lever. There's a packing nut back there that has packing in there, and that needs to be tightened from time to keep that shaft from leaking. Same with the bar equalizer valves here. There's a nut back behind here. Behind that lever there, there's a nut that needs to be tightened from time to to keep this shaft here from leaking. That's a packing gland there. Air cylinder here. We've got air cylinders at the top on those valves, and one on the eye valve over here. We talked about this one, the eye valve there. This is your main tank valve. You have bar latch release cylinders here. You want to check and make sure those aren't leaking. Then at that point I would go ahead and start the truck. One important thing to note is know what material was in it last. Make sure anything that you add on top of it won't cause material to break or flash, or don't ever load hot material on top of emulsions. Anything that's got that we call wet emulsified asphalts are going to have 40% of water in them. If you're putting paving grade asphalt that's sprayed at 300 or 400 degrees, it's going to come in there at a temperature higher than boiling point of water. Just make sure you clean your truck out and dry it out before you add hot asphalt to it.